Briefing, folks. If you have read the briefing, it says Livonia, TFA 0530. No need for NVGs. It'll be nice and bright. Northwest of Lukau, limited supply. Kuditskis. I have no idea what that one means. I take it that means that's the enemy. Local airbase has gone radio silent. If you open your maps, we're just north of that at the moment. And our local town has reportedly been evacuated due to a possible bomb threat. Okay, so that's even further south, marked with lots of infantry symbols. Estonian MOD has not been alerted to the bomb threat by authorities. This comes as a new medicine. The C-119 is to be delivered to the airbase here from the UK this morning. All right, so it is 0500-ish. So this morning is sometime in the next 7 hours. Objectives: secure the airbase pending the arrival of Royal Navy helos. Demo any enemy vehicles, helos, and AA sites. You can ask me how we know they're enemy. They are enemy if they shoot at us. Search for any intel that may be present, so don't just nuke everything. Please go into the buildings, please search, and please look at bodies and see if there's any intel on them. Recon the town and discover what is there. From the look of it, a lot of infantry. Okay, so once we have secured the airbase, we will reconstitute at the hangars. Okay, everybody will get to the hangars, and then we'll split into teams and we'll do a full circle recon of the town and see what's there. Attempt to capture alive any officers located in the town. Anybody who shoots at us up here in the airbase is dead. We want officers from the town.
If you find any surrendering officers, relay it to your SLs and have your SLs relay it up the chain. We'll come rope them up.
Yeah. Once the town's been secured, we return back to the airbase. There is only one viable bridge. This appears to be it, unless you fancy getting your boots wet, which may be an option because it's only a fairly narrow river. And there is a bridge here we could probably use. So first off, we'll just go with the airbase plan because, as I say, we'll reconsolidate here and we'll have a think about what's going on. We are going to use a sneaky approach. We are going to go all the way to the east. All right, so we are going to go through. Do we need to go to Brina? We don't really. Just need to follow these roads down, follow the electric pylon down.
Now make that turn at 208 Hill and then come around. That should do it.
208 Hill. Yeah, over here. Want to go that far? Yeah. Okay. Turn at 208 Hill. Okay, we'll get the high spots between us. Follow the woods down. Okay, we're going to follow the woods down. Follow the woods. We're going to sneak in via the hedgerow. All right, and then Alpha is going to go north, and Hotel is going to go south. All right, it's a very quick plan because it's a very quick operation. Go.
There's another hedgerow to the south. Can we not have Alpha take the northern one? Yeah, and then Hotel take that one.
That one runs out about there, I think, and then it's.
We don't care about Hotel.
No. However, Alpha, just for that, you can lead the way.
Anyways, pretty low and high then.
Alpha,
tell us how you really feel.
It might actually be in a recluse spot. I'm just a little bit worried. There's a big symbol up there that says death.
Right, well, that's what I want to. Yeah, I was thinking about going up there, and then we can, whoever comes up that second hedgerow can take that out immediately.
Yeah, could do.
Well, we applaud your enthusiasm.
So let's split it. Let's split
on
it
Hotel's behalf.
Let's split it, Glinsky. Okay, Hotel, you're going to use that hedgerow. All right, you're going to come up that defiled. I would start thinking about knocking stuff out as soon as you get to there.
That. We don't mind.
Alpha, you want that one?
We'll take it.
Okay, Alpha, you've got that one, and Hotel, Damp, you've got this one, yeah? All right. Once Hotel now have done the north, and Alpha have done the south, where you were going to get to? Yeah, we're going to get to the hangars, all right? So we're going to be milling around in the hangars like a CFA normally do, all right? Okay, and then we'll have a reconstitute, and we'll think about how we do the south bit. Okay.
Yeah, we'll chat about that later.
Is Thallo here?
Yes, finally.
Fantastic. Thallo, do you have Zeus firms? I'll take that as a no. You're about to.
Takes a long time to get a Zeus perm anyway.
Not when I'm doing it.
Sure does.
Put it down. Lie.
Thank you very much. Right. So Thallo and I will be Zeusing, and you lot can go and play. I put my medic badge on tonight as well. Special. Right. Take them away.
Question.
All yours. Just let go. Molly, go.
What if we get spotted before we get to the airfield?
Oh, just kill everybody.
Fight your way
Fair enough.
through it and keep going. Try not to get
Good
bogged
work,
down.
guys.
Be the sledgehammer. Got it.
Trucks over here to the south. Load up and
Okay.
let's get the hell out of here.
Have fun.
Time to go do what we do best. And that's
Hi
destroy
guys,
shit.
let's go.
Right,
Right,
give us
Zeus
the
is on
harder job
5-5,
because we're capable.
Overlord's on 5-0.
Hydra, make sure you're on 6-5.
It's also if you look at that second that line that we're coming in from, it looks as though that's low ground. We're going to be going up a hill, so we should be clear most of the way till we get to the actual airfield.
Yeah, it's like a little saddle, isn't there? Going up there.
Looks like it.
Yeah. A couple of my boys just need to sort a bit of kit out. The guy's 2IC tonight needs to get himself a long range, and one of my guys has just joined.
Right. Okay. Ness, did you hear any of the briefing, or you just?
Okay, boys, if you need to sort kit out, do it quickly. We've got a limited amount of time from the boss.
Hey, Rats, there's no long range bag in the arsenal.
Oh, no worries, mate. No worries.
Let's
truck number 3 or 4.
We're gonna be pretty close.
It's the
to
one,
it anyway.
like the last one.
It's
empty.
Roger that. Okay, we'll use the last truck in the convoy then, I think.
Yeah, maybe we'll stand in front of the bus to
As quick as you can, please, Scrub. We're just about to go.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
suppose
we take the vehicles in the front.
Almost done.
Since we are going up. Yep.
It's a man HX58.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, this is quite secluded, the rear, isn't it?
Do you think it's
I can
big enough?
see you through some tubes, Darcy.
Alpha Apollo, all in.
Alpha, Artemis, all in.
Scrub's not in, boss.
Scrub, are you on the way?
There he is. He's on the way.
I thought that motivated him a bit.
It did.
No, it just needed 2 seconds. Why am I bleeping?
I know, it's happening to everyone. It's weird.
Yeah. Just very careful driving, really careful. Remember what happened the other week with lag and that. Staggered column, plenty of space. And as Henry isn't here, what do we say, boys?
Earplugs in.
Earplugs in.
Sure, ready to check 125.
Leave Charlie Mission.
Don't have to pay for this.
Alpha, Artemis, just to confirm, do you want us to be vehicle 2 in the convoy?
Roger.
Understood.
Rats?
Yep, yep.
I got 3 times high explosive MZL, 1 time stun, 1 time smoke.
Yeah, be careful.
Roger that. Good stuff.
We are now vehicle 2 in the convoy.
No, I'm getting better frames outside the vehicle than inside.
Down. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey Rats, you know how in Photoshop you can right-click on the image and mirror it, right? I'm pretty sure whoever made the model for this truck mistaken it because the steering wheel is on the right side.
If you look at the number plates, you'll see that they are British Army number plates. Therefore, the steering wheel is on the correct side.
There's also a flag. A British flag on the back.
So there is. There's a little flag on the back.
Same vehicle as you.
Artemis is the lead vehicle.
Lead alpha vehicle.
Artemis is the lead alpha vehicle.
Right, okay, so then you just pick yourself a spot on the map where you want to pull up, and I don't see any reason why we can't drive all the way down that first leg before we do the right angle.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe stop about 800 meters east of the airfield.
Right, yeah, as long as you don't get too close to that bridge and we don't get spotted from the bridge.
Yeah, I think we should probably dismount before, so follow closely the tree line, or dismount early because we might be spotted from the bridge.
I've just placed a dot on hill point 197 as a possible dismount point.
Yes. I can smoke our approach if you want.
Yeah, wait one. I'll put one suggestion and alternate.
Roger. Okay.
But yeah, guys, bear in mind that we're going, yeah, that's where I'd say the blue line. Remember, we're going down a blue line, so I would say, yeah, the two blue sections. So go through town and come out the other side, and then we can get behind that tree line to the south.
Understood. Artemis out.
All the Hello Kitty Mondays.
Found your Hello Kitty covers.
Okay, boys, if you're not driving, just check that. You'll see the black line which shows our route, which goes down through the woods as much as possible. Then we're going to be turning right and heading southwest past Gliniska, and then you'll see blue lines with alternate dismount and main dismount. We're going to aim to do the dismount at main dismount. Anybody not seen?
Seen.
Seen.
Roger that, boys. Lovely job.
Boss, I don't know who the vehicle is behind us, but they're just a bit too close.
Yeah, they're all too close behind.
Really are.
Can we ask if the vehicle truck 2 behind Artemis gives us a little bit more space, please?
This is good spacing for the one in front, Misha, really good.
As I keep on saying, my rule is keep the distance between the vehicle in front of you to be your kilometers, but in meters. So if you're moving with 27 kilometers per hour, have 27 meters.
Apollo, Artemis.
Send for Apollo.
Are you guys in the second large truck?
Negative, we're in the last one.
Roger that. Alpha, could you please talk to Spartan and ask them to tell the second vehicle in the third vehicle in the convoy to slow down and back off? He's right behind us.
Can you pull over to the right, let them go past you?
Roger that, understood. Okay, pull over to the right and let him go past. Let that second truck go past.
Wait, if we're British, then we pull up on the left.
Okay, good stuff, away you go.
He's got us.
I bet you a pound to a pinch of pig shit, that's cap.
Right, you're not too British, are you?
Just hit 2 trees, so yeah, probably.
Oh, Misha, don't say such things.
Good driving, Misha, really good, mate. Henry would be proud of you.
Hillside, Misha.
Should have changed it for the next stop. Inside Misha, it bolts. It has maybe its driver.
Boys, you know what we need in the back of this truck, don't you? A cocktail cabinet.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
I want to know, right? Some bird at work told me today, and I don't know what it is. What is an espresso martini?
That is coffee syrup, espresso, normally vodka, crushed ice in a cocktail shaker, shaken very, very vigorously, possibly half a teaspoon of sugar, and then poured out carefully into a martini glass, wide mouth glass with a thin stem. And if you pour it correctly and you shake it enough, you should get a very light brown froth on the top, and it looks like a black coffee with and it's nice.
Amazing.
It's like a cappuccino cocktail.
I know it's
the way
probably a
it looks.
bird's drink, but I
Yeah, if you like coffee and you like booze, you'll love it. And you can make them as strong as you like.
It's like a posh vodka Red Bull.
It's like heroin, boys. It's very Moorish.
Tap in a vein to get another glass.
Excellent driving, Misha. Great job.
I can't drift this truck. It's too heavy.
No, it's too slow. Awesome. I'm actually stating a fact. I've tested this in multiple vehicles.
Multiple vehicles in front of us.
I've tried to drift a Leopard 2A6 or 7 was it? The barrel rolled.
Didn't Darkland drift the Gepard?
If I look at the maps, it's a really big island made out of like 2 islands with a city in the middle of the 2 islands. Like really big islands. Bottom one has a desert with oil fields.
That YouTube video where they try and drift a T55 and it ends up upside down.
Yeah, multiple times.
No, IRL, yeah. Somebody.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, somebody
that's
definitely got fired for that.
It's in the Olympics, in the tank Olympics, they do where the dude like goes speeding 37 knots. Like I'm going there 90 degrees now. Just continues.
So it's going to start getting a bit tight now.
Artemis Alpha.
7 for Artemis.
And, come back.
Roger that.
We're going to take the road down to the left.
Roger. Turn 180 degrees, Misha. Turn around before you get into the trees. Back up, turn around. We're taking a different road.
Guys, remember the vehicle. Ours is number...
No, Misha.
Be advised, our vehicle is number 4.
Misha, get back in the vehicle. We need to turn the vehicle around. We're taking the wrong road. This is hotel.
What do you mean the wrong road? This is not our road.
This is not our road. So back up. Do a 180 back up that track.
Wait, I see this right now. I wouldn't realize that we're in that road.
Right, okay, so you'll get to the track junction, Misha, and turn right. Turn right when you come to the track, and you'll head southeast. That's it, perfect. Hotel's taking a different route in.
Why didn't anyone tell me that?
You assumed you'd listen.
Don't worry, Mitch. No,
It's Terenstkya's fault.
Already case dependent on
scrub and flying grease.
The further away we get from a hotel, boys, the safer I feel.
Like great lumberjacks though.
That was a white town. Eyeballs out now, boys. We can start coming in towards a built-up area. We're going to go straight through it.
Yeah, we've got a goat farm on the right hand side, confirmed. Looks legit.
Farmer on the middle of the road.
Goat farm on the right-hand side, 80. We can stop there on the way back. Pick yourself up a girlfriend.
Or two.
Right, 1 kilometre to the dismount point now, boys.
Guys, why are they driving on the wrong side of the road in front of us?
We're in Europe.
Isn't British in Europe?
I mean,
Not anymore, technically.
sort of.
I mean, it's
Let's not
still
get
a
into
new
that.
continent.
Let's definitely not get into that.
It's breaking some rule, I think.
Okay, boys, you know the score, but just from me, when we dismount, expect it to go hot really quickly. So try not to get too spread out, because there's only a few of us, so we're going to need to really make sure we support each other. So,
Scrub is the medic, so when you go down in the next 10 minutes, it's him looking after you this week.
Yeah, it's probably best to stop here.
10 minutes. You're being optimistic.
So if he does incur stuff, literally Colin's got this innate ability to call it. I hate him for it.
You do it whenever you squad lead.
It's your
That's why you give me the radio.
So I put it in my backpack.
Okay, we dismount there, boys. Alternative
Just
dismount.
get your vehicle behind that shed there outside.
Right, Misha, just jump in the truck, pull it forward, and park it next to the other one. Jump in the truck and drive it forward so it's next to the other truck, so it's hidden by that shed. Good stuff.
Am I clear? I don't see anyone.
I will have you taking point, right?
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, guys, as soon as you got your teams formed, start moving up.
Alpha, Apollo, copy.
Artemis copies. Okay, boys, start moving up to past the trucks, moving up towards the tree line that you can see past the trucks. New SOP, remember, blue left, red right.
Copy that.
I'll leave the option to you what formations you want to use as we move up there.
Apollo, copy.
Artemis copies. Okay, boys, we'll take single file up here along the tree line. So we'll have blue leading, me in the middle, red at the back. Climb.
Copy that. I recommend staying crouched so the enemies don't spot us that easily.
Yeah, good calls, Misha. We are very close to the airfield. It's just on our 3 o'clock, just over a slight rise.
So we're still attacking the right side of the airfield, the east side, right?
I'm going to confirm that in a second.
Did CD not claim the left side for us, the west?
Yes, I think it did.
Yeah, copy that.
Oh, control tab. Press it a few times. Got it?
We're 800 meters from the airfield-ish.
Yes, understood. I have a marker on the main hangar.
Spurs, you just want to hold your team to let Artemis catch up a bit.
Apollo, copy. We're holding.
Okay, boys, close up the Apollo now.
Just next to wall.
I recommend we lay down for the time being.
Okay, boys, just quickly check map, and you'll see the blue line takes a 90 right, and that's going to be our line of advance. Usual score will be Apollo will be on the left, we will be on the right of the blue line, as we do the assault into the objective.
Copy that.
Copy.
Alpha, Apollo, Artemis, I've just briefed my boys that when we take the right turn and move in towards the objective, we will be following SOPs. So Apollo would be on the left-hand side of the blue line, we will be on the right-hand side of the blue line. Any disagreement on that?
Artemis, Apollo, all clear.
Yeah, as long as you've got good cover and you're not going to be in sight of those vehicles that are up there, then yeah.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we might need to get everybody in the right-hand side of the trees, but we'll work out when we get there.
Yep, roger that. Okay, boys, so what's really important is we use the cover as much as possible when we do that right turn. So we might have to modify that plan slightly to make sure that Apollo can stay in cover as well as we can, because otherwise they could light us up really early, especially if this AAA that's got can come to bear on us.
See if we can get our eyes on some other assets before we open fire on that.
Great copies.
There's a BTR 80 or 90.
Apollo,
but it's
copy.
the old model. It's not the one with the good cannon.
Scrub, is that about right for the patrol mark?
9 people to the right of it.
Guys, it sounds like we've got some enemies coming up behind us, so let's keep pushing along our trail.
Okay, push, boys, push. Blue team lead. Me in the middle, red team at the back. Sounds like we may have enemies coming up behind us.
If somebody goes down, keep going past them and I'll get them up.
Roger.
We started marking threats on the map in purple.
Good stuff.
Why not? Okay, for next time we can download blue arms. It's a mod that allows you to have 2 primary weapons instead of a rocket launcher. You still have a rocket launcher.
Try and keep the noise down, boys. Keep the noise down.
Got a whisper.
So Alpha for Artemis and Apollo.
Send for Artemis.
Send for Apollo.
So we're going to move up through this next tree line in the direction of the airport, in staggered column inside the trees to avoid detection. Artemis right, Apollo left. Yeah.
Roger that, understood. Boys, we're going to move staggered column. Apollo left, Artemis right, staying in the tree line, to try and avoid detection for as long as possible.
Copy. Taking a point.
Hotel, do you want a hop?
Hotel, do you want to hold that until we get in position and we can engage together? Alright, well if you need to open fire, go for it. We'll just try and get some eyes on some assets down here to the south. Feel free to open fire and draw the attention where we'll go.
Blue, if Apollo are moving,
Alpha,
we need to move as
Hotel
well.
about to go hot.
A firm have eyes waiting on them.
Roger. Okay, Hotel are about to go hot, so we may hear something, but that might work to our advantage and might distract people.
Good copy.
No text chat, please. No text chat. There are people streaming.
Yeah, Artemis are right here.
Okay, move up, guys. Let's get up there. It's about to get very hot.
Okay, here we go, boys.
Copy on it.
Okay, carry on. Alpha Apollo, this is patrol at 312.
Roger, which direction they're moving?
They're moving southwest to
Watch your
northeast.
spacing, lads. If that BTR opens up, it'll still
Roger,
drop a few
how
easy.
many?
Squad size.
Roger, okay, stay in the trees, try to avoid detection. Once we start opening fire on the vehicles, well, then we can engage.
Continue inside of
Just
the
make sure
trees.
one team's keeps eyes on those.
Apollo copy. We're in dead ground for now.
Patrol northwest 336 about 200.
They looking this way, Scrub?
No, just moving bearing about 251 from our position.
Roger. I think Apollo spotted them as well.
A stun break maybe? Alpha Apollo, I suggest we do a stun break now before we get contacts.
Moving bearing 106.
Patrol moving back northeast bearing to our 342.
Copy. Alpha Apollo, BTR sighted, moving east to west, 300 meters. Now out of sight.
Roger, all heard. Well, as soon as you're clear, stand-wise, keep pushing it forwards and just try to keep your eyes open for any AA.
Apollo copy. Apollo, we're gonna keep moving forward, keep eyes out.
Okay, we'll take the lead. We'll take the lead from Apollo. When they start moving forward, we'll move forward.
Alpha Apollo, BTR is coming back southwest to northeast.
Roger, you're at the end of the tree line now. What's the cover looking like from here on?
So from here, there's only partial cover. There's only a few trees from our position.
Boss, I can smoke everything to the
Roger, we got
northwest
wheat
so we can
fields both
hit that
sides as
tree
well.
line
If we can
to
use
the
those for cover, let's
northwest.
try and
Sorry, north.
start moving up, maybe moving to a tighter formation.
Roger.
A convoy of two
Stand by,
vehicles
stand by.
just entered
Get your guys locked and loaded with
the airfield.
APs. As soon as anything spots us, open fire. We go weapon sort as soon as we take any enemy fire.
Roger that. One of my boys has heavy duty smoke if you wanted us to lay smoke up ahead of the tree line for our advance.
If we start taking enemy fire, then yeah, you're free to do that. Until we take enemy fire, I just suggest we keep pushing up as close as we can.
Roger, understood. Artemis out. Okay, listen in. We only lay smoke down when we come under fire, but feel free to lay smoke down once we are under fire.
Good copy. When under fire, I'm gonna smoke everything northwest.
Roger.
Copy, that's hotel.
Okay, TLs. Once it goes hot, it's largely over to you boys. I'm going to try and just concentrate on communicating with Apollo. But you guys know what you're doing.
Okay guys, as soon as you're ready, start pushing up. Let's go.
Red
Hotel are about to go hot.
Okay, boys, we're off. We're off. Oliver's copies, moving.
Hellcat on me. Get your AT at 340 on the BTR. If we take
BTR
contact,
has
we
eyes.
take it out. Alpha Apollo, we are going to hold position here for about a minute while you push.
Roger that, understood.
Apollo,
Miss
stand
up,
by.
Roger, you holding with locked and loaded on that BTR, yeah?
Roger,
So
on
you've
your
got
left.
AT team locked and loaded staying here, yeah?
FM, we are.
So Apollo got eyes on the BTR. If it starts engaging, they're going to light it up.
Copy, switching to smoke then.
I suggest you push over into the wheat field a little bit to the left side. That'll cover you a little bit more.
Roger that. Roger that, understood. Boys, swing left a little bit and get in this wheat field because it should give you, maybe give you a little bit more cover. Just pushing past you, Darcy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Artemis, as soon as we start taking any contact, move into an assault line.
Reach the end of Whitfield. Am
Roger
I
that,
clear to
understood.
pass?
Okay.
Weapons free, weapons free.
Weapons free, weapons free. Move into line position
Apollo,
to
the
assault.
BTR is down.
Blue left, me in the middle, red right.
Roger, move up, move up, move up. Get your guys into a line as well. Squad leads, take it from here. Move as you see fit. I suggest we'll
We'll have
put the
hotel
tree
on
line
our right,
to
be
the
careful.
right, but up to you, depending on contacts.
Roger that.
Apollo, copy.
Be careful up on this rise, boys, because we're not quite sure what's over the top of it.
Alpha Apollo.
Especially watch the flanks.
Apollo are going to continue west-northwest, clear the western side of the airfield.
All heard, good call.
Ooh, there's a fuck ton of enemies on the other side.
Enemy infantry direct north.
Enemies ESU 1 should disabled. People were dead.
Enemy infantry close southwest, 100.
Seen.
I'm keeping that ZSU suppressed. Careful of it.
So Artemis, if you want to push right up the airfield
Somebody just went
while
down.
Apollo clears down to the south.
Watch out from the northeast, it's scissoring through you all.
Scrubs down.
Frag out.
AD's down. Misha.
I'm bandaging myself.
I'm on him. I've got him.
Copy, Connor. I think I got
Okay, Apollo are going to be pushing more west, so we'll be pushing more towards the northeast.
Apollo 2, Apollo actually
enemies
down.
to the right of us.
North and northwest, there's a fuckload in front of us.
Copy, I'm gonna bandage and throw HC.
Nice, behind you.
Connor, can you give me relative distance?
Like 150 meters, 100 meters.
Copy.
We could do with your smoke now, scrub.
Copy, smoking northwest, northeast.
Does anyone see the boss?
Alpha Apollo.
Yeah, boys, I pushed out to the east a little bit to try and protect you a little bit while you're doing the medical.
Thank you.
Smokes out.
Our east looks clear.
Blue team ready to move.
Hit the deck. Boss, say words. East, direct east.
Contacts northwest neutralized.
I think he went down in front of us.
I'll try to find him. Give me a second. There's more
I'm
enemies
on
to
it.
the right of you, Darcy. To the right of you, where the trees are. To the right of you,
on.
are.
Copy.
BTR north, BTR north. Rats on CD have gone down.
Clear backblast.
There's multiple BTRs coming down on us.
Enemies east, right in front of us, very close.
ADK, I need a hand on the boss.
Where are you, Connor?
I am further north.
Right, Roger. Let's all try and keep moving as a unit, guys.
If you
Let's
move
start
right
shifting
along.
northeast.
CD is also down right next to him.
Let's try to form up on Connor and form a perimeter here. See if we can hold it.
Misha, move past. Yeah, move past. Let's move past Connor. Northeast, get a perimeter down.
Somebody start working on CD.
Misha, you got any?
Misha, if you
There's
got
a
medical
BTR,
stuff,
there's a
help
BTR,
Connor,
I
mate.
can't do it.
Clear my back blast.
Clear.
Oh, hi CD. What are you doing over here?
Good fucking hit, Darcy.
Start a blood transfusion straight away on them.
Alpha 1-2 to Apollo Artemis status.
Alpha Apollo,
Start
we've mostly
CPR on the
cleared
boss.
the west side of
He's really
the
fucked up.
airfield, and we are going now.
Nez, can you start doing CPR on rats?
Copy that. Apollo Artemis looks like they're taking mass casualties at this moment.
CD's down in front as well, I think. Misha,
Apollo,
can you
copy. Will support.
Dark's back up, treat myself.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some blood. I'm gonna give you a lot of blood, to be honest. Before you fucking die from hyperoxia.
Oh, another dose of CPR for you, boss. Nez, I really need you to start on one of them. They're both kind
Need
of
help
fucked
here?
up. Yeah.
Killed by the ZSU Venture.
Start closing his arms up.
Why didn't you shoot it first? Like, that's like the first priority.
Right, he's got a heart rate, right, and let's start closing him up quick.
Make sure you have a heart rate to absorb blood
And I can
fast.
stitch,
Work
and
on
then
his leg right now.
Yep. I'll get his other arms. I'm just
absorb
pumping
blood.
him full of blood.
Although you're somehow getting it, but yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Right,
Aaron,
start
that's where we're
stitch.
taking contact.
Yep, stitching.
Here's some more blood.
Could you start removing his tourniquets?
80K's down.
Once I've got the boss stabilised, I'll move to him.
His arm opened up again.
Right.
Hey, guys, I'm working on city, by the way. I'm in the bush.
Nez has just gone down.
City is dead.
Light smoke out.
City died from hypoxia.
I'm up.
Nez, sort yourself, rats. You're still not that stable, but you'll do for now.
Darcy's smoking north. Or east, rather.
Apollo Artemis, Alpha 1 back on comms.
If you're up, sort yourself for now. Where's Scrub?
Okay, nice, I'm stitching you.
Apollo, you pushing to support Artemis?
Thank you.
Okay, you're stitched.
Alpha Apollo, we took more contacts from the northwest side of the airfield. We're holding position for.
Okay, if you can pull back from those contacts and get to Artemis position, get a good solid security going around that area there, till we've got both teams back in action.
Oh shit, enemy. Oh no, that's CD. Oops.
Apollo, copy. We're moving back.
Okay, while I do CPR.
Up, yep,
Alpha Artemis.
Artemis, go for Alpha.
Yeah, Raj, we're about 3 men down, just working to solidify our position and get them back up.
ADK 75% stitch.
Roger, all ready. Get some defences. I see you've got some up already. Get some more walls built around here. Get a good defensive position built until Apollo get here.
Yeah, Roger.
Lisa, I appreciate very much the you tried very hard to save me there, but don't ever fucking rickroll me again or I will shoot you. Bastard. I'd rather be fucking dead than listen to that.
Okay, boys, if you're not doing medical, form a perimeter, guys.
Scott and Alpha.
Giving you blood. Giving you blood.
See, they made that part of a sinker.
I don't know, you take me live there. I must have been pretty fucked up from the sound of what was going on around me when I died. Spat and Alpha.
Alpha Apollo 2, Apollo actual is down.
Yes, you disable.
Sounds like there's another.
Alpha to all teams, does anybody have eyes on Spartan? I'm not getting any reply on comms. Anybody know if he's up and moving?
Thank you very much.
Well,
Where's Scrub?
How's the rest of Blue Team?
let's use you next to the burning BTR.
Misha, where's your other mate, Scrub?
Of using medical patches, personal aid kits, or anything.
Shit, that sucks.
I'm not sure.
That's about it. I can't use the
How the fuck am I going to stay alive then?
I know.
Thank you.
Ever since
Apollo, as soon as you can get space back on his feet, continue the previous orders. If you're going to pick him up and carry him over to Artemis' position.
Ooh, right in the melon. The CSU disabled.
By the way, it's 20 minutes on the Darcy counter.
Oh,
I'm not even 50% done with this.
Okay, Hellcat.
CD, rats, and
Hellcat.
this is my fucking CSU.
Have you got a round in that AT?
I can grab one in like
can't hear
2
the boss.
seconds.
Right, you see those helos over there? Just shoot one of the fuckers, mate.
All of them?
Shoot the closest
hear you,
one
Red.
and the splash damage will take out the rest.
And you are at 50%. Wow. Mate, you are all red. I just pumped 2k of blood into you first, slow it all down, and then stitched you up. Darcy's just come down.
Rats, as soon as you've got anybody or a team that's capable of moving me out, we need to push up to these buildings here and start doing a sweep for intel.
Drop them next to me.
Artemis, you on comms?
Rats, I can't hear you.
Rats, I'm not hearing anything from you. I don't know if you're on mute or something.
Comms check 125.
Yep, good check.
Limit Charlie.
Comms check 60.
Yeah, hearing you now.
Yeah, okay, I had a loose plug, sorry boys. Right, okay, all understood. We're just getting the boys ready to go and then we're just fixing Darcy and then we'll push. Boys, as soon as Darcy's up, we're going to push east into the buildings and start sweeping for intel.
You're ready to move. We want to push north from this position through these buildings, start clearing for intel.
Scrub, how you doing?
Alpha Apollo copy. We're destroying the 2 AAs on the southwest side of the airfield and
Connor
moving
Rats
back
can do the
north
pack.
to regroup.
Roger. Yeah, make those as a priority. If they're still up, yeah,
Who's
get
the
those
medical
down
squad?
and then push up to the buildings.
When you get a chance to
Apollo
do
copy.
a pack on me.
I can indeed.
They sold to
Yeah, I have my pack and I can't use it. I gotta get this fixed on
Yep, me the same. Yeah, same.
You are 50% done.
No, my position and title should give me all the funds anyways.
Boys, what's the story with Darcy?
Yeah, he's stable. He just needs to wake up now.
Okay.
I'll get on in a sec, Ross.
Hey
I
guys.
don't know where. Rats, don't move.
We're going to start sweeping from
Not
the
finished.
southernmost building to open
Okay.
north.
You lost their guns.
We're moving up there.
Yeah, I respawned in
Thanks,
the
man.
wrong spot.
All
Push
the
east more. Push east.
airfield are down and out.
Copy.
It needs more blood. A lot more blood.
Wait, did you bleed out again?
No, you just didn't give him enough.
Friendly moving out. He's got spawned
You
in the
need
wrong
more than that.
location.
I just dropped 500 mils of saline down here.
Put your tap on it again.
Oh, just
By his feet.
pushing out.
Thank
He
you
got
very much.
spawned
I'm
in the
getting
wrong
low.
spot.
You're a saviour.
Corner
Oh,
on carrying
he's
scrub.
so
He
low.
has been triaged. He's alright, but he needs to wake up.
Alpha, I've just been bumped up to span 1-1. So
Right,
you
that's it.
guys
You're
are
gonna
now
be
under
slow
control of
because you've
Nez.
got blood going in, but you're getting an
Nez,
epi,
I will
you're
talk
just
to
gonna
you
have to wake
on
up.
9-9.
Understood. Artemis out.
Hotel, can you give me your current location and objectives?
Alpha 1-2. This is Artemis. Comms check on 60.
Alpha 1-2.
Loud and clear on
Loud and
60.
clear.
Lima Charlie. Artemis out.
Just northwest.
Much more blood.
Planting explosives.
Okay, boys. We nearly ready to move? As the great John Wayne once said, we're burning daylight.
On the camp.
Wait, I'll put it down here.
Have an epi. It'll be slow to react again, but fuck it. It's better than now.
Red TL, blue TL. Check in and tell me when you're ready to move.
There you go. 1.5.
Blue team 2 strong, ready to move. Scrub needs to wake up. We're just going to leave him to wake up.
Has he had enough
Yeah,
blood?
Team be ready once Connor's done getting scrub up.
Roger.
Scrub just needs to wake up. He's got 2k blood.
Artemis, if you can come to my to the building that I'm at, there's a couple of fuel trucks just to the east of my location. If one of you blows.
Right, boys. Start pushing. Let's start pushing. Pushing towards the building. We've got some fuel trucks to blow up. On the move.
Stay close, mate. Scrub, you good? Safe, I'm taking point.
Alpha Apollo, we're gonna blow up the AA position northwest.
Alpha confirms.
Scrub, there's definitely enemies directly ahead of us on east northeast. Somewhere flitting around behind those tankers.
Copy, I got 8C ready at 100. Hades is northeast of us, so it should be safe.
Right, we've got charges planted on these trucks. Move past the trucks and start getting your guys into those buildings up there. Start sweeping for intel.
Understood.
As soon as everybody's clear.
Right, boys. I want charges on every one of these fuel trucks. And then if you planted charges or you're not planted charges, move with me up to these first buildings and let's start clearing. Beaching. Clear.
Apollo Alpha 1-2.
Send for Apollo.
Avoid the fuel trucks over here on the east side of behind the choppers. There's a timer on the explosive. Get away from the vehicles.
Boss, just to confirm, see if he's already set the charges. We're on a timer. We're running away.
Roger that. Make sure you're well clear of it, boys. Alpha 1-2, charges set.
Go for Alpha 1-2.
I was just going to tell you the charges were set.
You know what? There was someone blue behind that.
Roger, yeah, you called in just as the trucks exploded.
They blew at me.
Understood.
Hotel, have you cleared the hangars already?
Artemis are currently pushing through the offices at the rear of the hangar.
Nah, I'll be alright. You just move on. I just need to get him away from the secondaries.
Rats, I'm calling this clear. We have people like planting every row.
Roger that.
Alpha Apollo, we reached the AAA just
Alpha Artemis.
west of the hangar.
Hangar is clear. Hangar is clear.
Alpha 1-2 to both Artemis and Apollo. Stay clear of the helos. Stay clear of the helos. They're rigged.
Understood. Boys, stay clear of the helos. Stay clear of the helos. They're going to get blown.
be honest, I'm more worried of the close proximity.
Yeah, it's clear.
of the fuel trucks.
Okay, Artemis, RV in the large hangar. RV with me in the large hangar.
Red team's just working on Misha. The trucks that got detonated actually blew him up.
Roger that, understood.
Alpha Apollo.
20 seconds later, you're gonna hit a boom and half of the squad's gonna dead or fly. Or both.
How you doing, bud?
Me and Darcy have got him.
Okay, make sure you PID if you see anybody moving, boys, because there's friendlies all over the place now. Right, Artemis, let's fall back towards the fuel trucks. Let's try and reconsolidate.
Once the choppers are inbound, I want a 360 perimeter for their landing.
What do you need, Connor?
Blood. Lots of blood and bandages.
Second Alpha.
Thank you, just use me a pause.
There's a litre of saline I just dropped.
Alpha 1-2 to Apollo or Artemis, does anyone have smoke?
Affirm. RT. Friendly helicopters inbound.
That's affirmative. If we can pop smoke over here towards the west side of the radar dish, pop smoke for the incoming choppers.
Copy, popping smoke.
Okay, boys, listen in. Friendly helos coming in. Apollo just about pop smoke for them, just to the west of the radar dish. If you're not doing medical, 360. You know the score, boys.
He will no doubt need CPR by now. I don't even need to check for now, so if you want to start that.
Rats, boss, do we know if any of the other squads found any of the intel?
Alpha 1-2 to Apollo and Artemis, provide a 360 on the northwest of the blue smoke.
Alpha Apollo, we're on our way.
Artemis, understood. Okay, if you're not doing medical on Misha, we need to move. We need to move northwest of the blue smoke to provide 360 security for the helos. As soon as you get, Misha back up, join us over there, boys.
Copy, moving.
Alpha, be aware, Artemis has one seriously wounded casualty. It's being treated. The rest of the squad is moving to the location.
Copy that. If they can try to get that casualty to the landing zone, we'll load them up and get them past in the air.
Misha's up, we're just backing him, boss.
Okay, boys, just don't worry about that. Just get into the helo. Get into the helo. So I think we're gonna get moved by helo.
Yeah, it's going to be a long pack, so you'll have to pack in the helo.
Roger that. That was a suggestion from Alpha. Pack him in the helo.
Okay. Red team's Oscar Mike.
Good stuff, boys. Lovely job. Ah, the mighty Walker. I love them so much.
Hey Rat, all I hear is you saying, everyone get away from the trucks so we can blow it up safely. At the same time, all the trucks will just blow up.
Yeah. Just bad timing. These things happen.
Oh, it's not your fault, it's someone else's, I know.
Alpha 1-1 back in command. We've got a possible QRE coming in from the east. Hold position for now, but keep your eyes towards that location.
Artemis, understood. Out. Boys, listen in. Listen in. There's a possible QRE coming in from the east. So I have a particularly good eyes out to the east. I'd say from south through east to west to north.
Blue team copies.
Chiefs on the ground behind us.
I should probably check if I have injuries.
What AK? Ah, shitty ones are the same as used to.
Some friendlies coming in from relief behind us, boys.
Roger that.
We have to bail on restart.
Okay, red team, blue team, check in health and ammo states.
Okay, Alpha teams pull back to the main hangar now.
Supply,
Go for Alpha.
down.
Disregard. We're on the move.
Okay, red team's green, but we need medical resupply. Or medic.
Roger that, understood. Alpha, say again your order, over. Boys, start following me. I don't know what our orders are, but we're moving. Alpha, Artemis, say again your last order.
Helos have all lifted, so we can pull back to the main hangar and regroup there, get you guys all fixed up and ready to move to the next objective.
Understood, Artemis out. Move back to the main hangar, boys. We're going to regroup, reset there, and then get ready to move to the next objective. Let's see what we can do about finding some medical supplies if there are any.
Did those Helos drop anything else resupply-wise?
Say again for Artemis.
You have to give me a second before I can go there. I'm punching in like 45%
Helos
down.
have left any supplies behind.
Do you want to switch that for a proper primary, mate, over here?
Don't believe so. Boys, did you see those healers drop any supplies?
Negative, don't see anything.
No, none of Artemis saw any supplies drop off.
While you're at the airfield, just to sweep any of the enemy dead bodies, see if you can find any officers searching for intel.
Understood, Artemis out. Okay, boys. If you want to split into your teams, this is the RV we come back to this hangar. But if you want to check dead bodies, particularly if you can identify officers, and search them for any intel, I suggest you stay in your teams, because if you get separated too much, we'll lose people.
Scrub, that's all been raided, mate, already, I think.
I'll stay with red team.
Yeah, see where you at, mate?
Copy that. I'm back by the runway. I'm just waiting with Misha while he packs.
Roger.
Let's
do some corpse robbing, Connor.
Yeah, I love it.
I do.
Mission 75% down.
They look so vulnerable.
When you take the pants off.
Yeah.
Or the socks.
That look of despair in her eyes. Gives me the horn, mate.
Nothing here. Do we know what the officers would look like?
No, I don't know.
Some of these kinky bastards have masks on.
Boys, beam here. I'm off with Connor off to the west side. We're just checking some bodies out.
What's up, Dave? We're with CD. We're checking the officers out the back of the warehouse. Looks pretty
Alpha,
empty.
you can cancel a sweep for intel. It's all been recovered now up at the main buildings. Just get your guys back together and get you guys mended up, ready to move, and I'll see if we can call in some kind of rearm. Can you give me ace report?
Understood. Artemis out.
RV inside the big hangar.
Okay, back in the big hangar, boy. Me and Connor coming back to you now. The intel has been found.
Was it in the ADC tower?
At the rear of the hangar, I believe.
Are these friendlies that are coming in from the southwest down there?
AFIRM.
I know they dropped off
Rats.
some troops off.
Yeah, be doing a bit of corpse robbing, boss.
Lovely. Give fellow a pat on the shoulder. Did a good job, hasn't he?
He has done a bloody good job. He's worked very, very hard on this mission.
Who's that? Who's that coming from behind you? Friendly?
We still socks and underpants for you.
Yeah, friendly.
We still socks and underpants.
Yeah, keep your guys on alerts, mate. We could get QRFs coming in
Alpha
from any
Apollo,
direction at any point.
we
Roger that,
are
understood.
green
Blue
on
team, let's push out
ammo.
northwest and,
We are getting a
behind
bit
the
low on
helos.
blood/saline supplies.
Okay, boys,
Roger, all
make
that.
sure you sort your kit out. I need a status check on health, on ammo, but we are still short of medical supplies, I believe, aren't we?
No, we're good.
We good?
I'm topped up now.
Oh, good stuff.
I'll last another couple of firefights, as long as we don't get another 3 mass casualties.
There you go.
Are you going to get him out of the tank?
Alpha Artemis is green.
Overlord, is it possible we can get some medical supplies from the Marines here?
Hotel, Hades and Hydra at the hangar.
Okay, let's not switch off here because it looks like bloody mother's meeting. We could get absolutely murdered by QRF, so let's spread out and get some good arcs. Good boys, let's head out towards these choppers. Oh, I see you're already out there. God, you're so switched on, you lot, aren't you? My lovely boys. If only you had one. One of the great tragedies of the evening. It makes get to the chopper sound very different. Boys, I've still got loads of Dems kits. I didn't use any. If you need any Dems kit later on, just give me a shout.
Hey, does anyone want some frag grenades or explosives?
Alpha Apollo, we're taking position on the last building southwest.
Roger, all that.
Don't stand accept.
80.
Yeah.
Don't all look
Alpha
Gucci with his
team,
75k.
Helo inbound with
It's
resupply.
very you, boss. I do like it. It's
Yeah.
very...
If only I could wear my gold lame jumpsuit as well. That sounds like more Chinooks, boys, but eyes out just in case.
I think it's a resupply.
Roger that.
Oh yeah, now it's a helicopter.
A beautiful sound.
Guys, supplies.
What the fuck? Oh, I see. Explosives.
Where were you putting?
Doesn't look like he's landed yet.
They're all yours. I prefer to be lighter.
Please don't make it a helo drop so it ends up drifting 350 meters away.
Or landing right on top of that quick kill radar.
Yeah, exactly.
From over there, it's gonna be a fast drop,
Nice.
right? Yeah.
Nice isopod.
Oh, thanks.
That's a tactical isopod, thank you very much. It's not a normal one.
Yeah, I know it's a tactical isopod. I would put it on top, but I can't put one on my marksman rifle.
We'll get you one next time.
50 round mag.
We need a DPM isopod though, that's an urban one.
So, this is how I think, right? So, you found a tripod, right?
Okay, Alpha, Artemis, and Apollos. Objective now is to move to the bridge, get eyes on the bridge, and try and clear it for a crossing. As soon as you're resupplied, let me know and we'll move out immediately.
Artemis, understood, out. Okay, boys.
Apollo, copy, out.
Chopper's landed a metric mile away.
Okay, boys. If you need resupply, now is the time to do it. Get to that helo, resupply very, very quickly. As soon as we've resupplied, we're moving out. Next objective is to do a close target recce on the bridge.
Why are you running?
Wait, so we are attacking the bridge?
We're doing a recce on the bridge. Doesn't necessarily mean we'll attack it.
Now, or are you going to resupply first?
Oh, you mean reconnaissance?
Alpha Apollo, we're going to resupply first.
Yeah, Artemis is resupplying. I've told my boys get giddy up.
cover these blue guys while they recover, or while they resupply, and we'll resupply.
Good thing you curbed my enthusiasm there, because I was trying to be ahead of everyone.
I just like to knock you down a little bit.
Needs to be a very fast resupply this one, boys.
The arsenal appears to be on the northeast side on the scroll wheel.
So you can't just load your load out, you've got to manually go and access.
Where is the full arsenal?
Yeah.
To load out.
Red team resupplying.
Also be aware, there is a script on it to remove items that should be
The
in
healer.
the normal ace arsenal. So if you take
Healer
stuff,
on the northeast side of the airfield.
So don't take things that we didn't have access to before, because it would just get deleted.
Jesus, we're like a bunch of pigs with some troughs.
Yeah, boy.
Alpha 112, Alpha teams, Nez and me are going to move down to the tree line close to the bridge, try to get eyes on there and give you some intel.
Pablo, copy.
Artemis copies, out. Okay, boys, 30 seconds, and then we're moving.
Blue team covering Connor, Darcy.
Copy.
So, boys, our line of movement is going to be back the way we came, down the blue line, through the tree line, and then we will head southwest to the forest on the map marked with trig point 174. CD and Nez are going down to do a quick initial recce. But we need to join them as quickly as possible because they're going to be very isolated there. Blue team, red team, tell me when you're ready to move.
Blue team's ready.
Negative. I can't see it.
Blue team, if you're ready to move, you can start moving out using the route I just described. Try and RV with CD and Nez, give them a bit of fire support if they need it. Red team and me will move ASAP.
Roger. Right, squad me to the
Yeah,
Okay, right, red team set. So we're all moving out now, boys. Let's go. Right now. Misha, right now. Alpha Artemis is now on the move to your location. We're reversing the route. We roll in down the blue line. Then we're going to turn right, go through the trees at hill point 174.
Roger, that's exactly the same path I'm taking, so I'll see you down there. I'll just let you know any information we find on the way down.
Roger. Great stuff, boys. Really good. Lovely pace. Very good.
Alpha teams, there's what looks like a...
Say again for Artemis.
Commander, otherwise you can bug.
Get a little bit of squad cohesion back here, boys. Looks like the retreat from Moscow at the moment.
Alpha Apollo, is that you taking contact?
About 800 meters out.
Roger, we have 2 enemy vehicles moving up from the south. We are engaging them now. Push you guys down there.
Boys, listen in. Listen in.
Apollo, copy.
CD and Nez are in contact. There are 2 enemy vehicles near their location. Okay, line them up, boys. Engage, engage.
Adam.
Keep moving, boys. Keep moving.
Can't see the others that should be on the tree line.
Be very careful with that RPG.
Pretty sure you just about backblasted scrub there.
Be very careful with the RPG. We don't know where CD is yet, do we?
Out.
Misha, don't push too far forward. You're very isolated. Alpha, Artemis.
Go for Alpha.
Are you and Nez okay?
Scrub.
Roger, we took out those two vehicles. There might be some foot mobiles in the area southeast. So keep your eyes down in that direction. Now pushing down to the tree line to get eyes on a bridge.
Roger that. We just engaged and eliminated an enemy squad. That was just southwest at the top of the initial tree line.
Roger, I think that's the ones that dismounted from the vehicles.
Roger. Understood. Artemis out. Good stuff, boys. Keep moving. Where are they, boys?
I'm working on 80k.
Connor's down as well.
Alpha Apollo, we got some contacts in the tree line. South-southeast.
Roger, probably the same one, so just keep pushing down to the tree line, keep pushing direct south.
Scrub, you still up?
Towards the bridge, engage whatever you see along
Roger.
the way.
Right, okay. So we've got Scrub down, we've got Connor down behind me.
Copy, we're going to push the left side of the tree line.
Scrub up and...
Roger, all.
So that's the east side.
Apollo, Alpha from Artemis. We've just taken some contact, 2 guys down, doing some medical. We're inside the tree line.
Artemis, copy, we're moving close to your position. We'll continue on the east.
Roger that, Artemis out. Okay, so we've got friendly forces pushing through our position now, boys, while we do the medical. We'll let them go through, that's fine. Apollo going to be on the eastern side of the tree line, pushing down through the wheat field.
Both squads be aware we're taking a lot of contact from the opposite side of the river to the southwest on the other side of the bridge, so as you move through the tree lines, keep cover.
Artemis, understood, out. So CD's reporting an awful lot of fire they're taking from the southwest, from the other side of the river. So be careful as we move through the tree line.
Suppressing fire, but they do seem to be aware of our location.
For some reason.
Scrub, can you put us in a white smoke corridor? You got any left?
I've got blood. I can't give it to him for some reason. I'm gonna drop it.
Oh, he has pulse. Don't do CPR. Here, give him 1 AP.
So we will stay here, 360 unless you're doing medical, and make sure that everybody's up and treated.
I'll stitch him.
Plenty of people have moved through, pushing down to the location now. We're all good. The one thing we need to keep an eye on is any kind of quick reaction force that comes up from behind or from the flanks.
I'm almost done with Connor. 40% done parking.
Great stuff, really, really good. So TLs, blue and red, just confirm your boys are all up and ready. When you are all up and ready, then we can start moving again.
Copy that.
Connor 100%.
Thank you.
Red team
Connor
set.
is up.
Okay boys, let's move out, push down the tree line. Remember, try and stay in cover as much as you can.
I see Sledgehammer to the south.
Yeah, we got lots of friendlies ahead of us now, guys.
Yeah, lots of friendly. All of the other squads have pushed through past us now. So we're the tail end Charlies, so we need to keep an eye on the rear as well. I really don't want to be the last man. Let's get a bit of team cohesion. So blue team front, me in the middle, red team rear. Blue team, don't go too fast. You're losing me and red. If you can see me on the squad radar, then you know you're good.
Alpha 112, Alpha teams be aware we're taking heavy fire. Sounds like some kind of heavy weapon on the west side of the bridge.
Artemis copies
Apollo
out.
copy. We're 300 meters
Hey boys,
out, moving to
be aware.
position.
They're taking heavy fire from some sort of heavy weapon, maybe artillery or a main battle tank, from the west side of the bridge. So as we approach, be very careful.
Copy. There is an Mi-8 marked. That is probably what they're taking fire from.
Airborne is it, Scrubia?
We have multiple foot mobiles on the opposite side of the bridge,
Somehow it's landed.
underneath and on top of it.
Roger. Understood.
Apollo
Artemis
copy.
up. Lots of foot mobiles on and around the bridge as well. So this is going to be hot, this engagement.
Copy. I got the MTL ready.
Whilst we've broken out of the tree line, we're heading direct south because the rest of the squads
Alpha
are ahead of
Apollo.
us.
Roger.
We are crossing east of your position now. We're moving in.
Erika, are those
Roger,
friendly
understood.
chiefs to the right of us?
Move very carefully. Some very heavy fire coming from down there, mate.
Yeah, Mish there.
Copy.
Hades.
I need somebody to get rid of that heavy weapon as soon as possible.
Friendly
Alpha
vehicles
Apollo
to the
copy.
west.
We're going to push in.
Does anyone need any medical? If there's someone unconscious, please say it.
I am. Joking, joking.
Just saw somebody at bearing 198 past the tree line. Not sure if it was friendly or not. They're on that fence.
Okay. Be alert. But there are a lot of friendlies in these trees now as well.
Yeah, confirms Apollo.
Alpha teams, match on map. There's a RV, the barn. If you can head to that building there, you should be able to get eyes on the heavy weaponry.
Understood. Out. Right, boys, check map. There's an RV marked on map at a barn. Try and get to that barn. From there, we should be able to get eyes on the heavy weapons on the other side of the river.
Copy. Will go.
Copy that. It's pretty much straight south, guys.
Booty, give Apollo a bit of a wide berth, swing east a bit.
We have a friendly down. I think there's an enemy in the barn.
Okay.
That's a Dishka.
I have Major Whistler with me.
Alpha Apollo.
KO, Mish.
Go for Alpha.
Multiple friendlies
Yeah,
down.
Apollo is Maskaz.
Hey, Rats, I'm to the right of you at the barn.
Copy, Jack. Do what you can.
Right.
Whoever's not
Before you worry too much about treating people, we need to make sure the perimeter is secure.
right now.
Climb.
Patatsin Zagal.
Booty going east side, 2-story.
clear.
Yeah, we're going to move them inside.
Barn's clear, boss.
Roger. Mark cleared buildings on map with a green dot.
I've just taken down the Dushka gunner at the end of town. He's down.
Good stuff.
Dicey, you keep an eye on me if I just go and check that position.
Alpha teams, can we confirm that these buildings are now secured?
We are marking cleared buildings with a red green dot when we've cleared them.
Roger, what's the status on that heavy weapon? Is it down now?
Yeah, the Dushka is down. One of my boys took it out. We've now got it. We've now got the mounted Dushka, bringing it across the road towards the barn.
Rats, I can see your radio thing moving above your head, but I'm not hearing any sound again.
CD, or Rats.
Roger.
Comms check 125, boys.
Second for Charlie.
Alpha 1 for Artemis.
Send for Artemis.
Roger, just radio check, mate. I couldn't hear you. I could see your thing moving. I guess you were talking to your local guys.
No, it was. Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, weird. Yeah, so you can see we cleared the Dushka and we've now got the Dushka.
Rat, Whisper is up.
Roger, and as soon as you're ready, get your guys set up on this side of the bridge. I want one squad, either Apollo or Artemis, holding this side of the bridge, covering while the other squad moves across.
Understood. We are ready to move, boss, if you want us to push to the far side of the bridge. Or we can set up the...
Yeah, don't do it without cover. If you've got, if that Dishka's working and somebody can cover you from this side of the bridge, then feel free to move, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it in teams. Blue team, what I want you to do is stay on this side of the bridge. Red team and me, we're going to push to the far side of the bridge.
Side, just don't push in any further. Just secure the opposite side of the bridge and hold there till the other teams cross.
Connor, you still doing that?
Understood.
No, they've got it covered.
Right, red team, we're pushing to the far side of the bridge. Once we get there, blue team, you then follow us over. And we're going to stay on the far side of the bridge.
Cover that.
Spartan with you.
I see bodies about 290 behind the helicopter. Don't know if they're friendly. Just one guy I think I saw. There he is, he's by the helicopter. Is he friendly?
Okay, the rest of the blue go with red.
Yeah, it's damn.
Roger.
Okay, everybody.
Okay, red team and I are set. Blue team, you can come over.
Blue team on the way.
Is that hotel that are pushing up there?
Yeah, it's Damp and his boys. Damp's just been down and had a look around the helo down there.
Right, okay.
I blew it up.
Joe.
Excuse me.
Alpha Hotel.
Oh shit, sniper fire.
Hey, Alpha.
Tree line south 174.
Hotel Alpha.
Don't stand, Rats.
Mitch is bandaging himself.
Yes, contact south.
Right here, boss.
Contact south, just okay,
Far side of the railway line.
You want to take out that recon team?
Let's head in that direction, yeah.
Reloading.
350 meters, scrub.
We're about 830 meters from here.
Spartan Alpha.
Go up.
We have both teams across the bridge now. Instructions for now.
Get to that town ASAP.
Roger, all ahead.
Alpha teams, next objective is to assault the town. Nez and I are going to try to go and take out the recon team to the east. Sorry, to the west. You guys can push down, find a good line to move into that town and start assaulting.
Artemis, understood, out. We will move round about 200 degrees towards the town, but on the right, just to the left of the road, up to the railway line. We will hold and consider that railway line as a phase line until other squads are in position with us.
Sounds good. Do you want to mark that on the map, mate?
Roger, will do.
Artemis Apollo, I'm just finishing
Connor
to
on me.
back up and I'll look on the map in 10 seconds.
Phase line marks on map with 2 green lines. Okay, boys, look on the map. Around from our position, we're going to move around about.
It looks like our hotel are already well past that phase line, so you shouldn't have any issues getting to there.
Understood. Roger that. Okay, boys, we're going to start pushing about 200 degrees down towards the railway line. I can see that Hades hotel are already moving down that way, but we're going to move down as well. So as soon as you're ready, we're going to go. Where are you, boys?
Alpha Apollo, copy. We're on the move southwest.
Where are you?
Roger, it's, we are on a time limit, but I think the hotel are probably going to get wiped when they move in there, so just keep moving and clear up after them.
Copy.
I'm just checking in case I had a senior moment. Did I suggest that we move?
Yeah, we were hotel are pushing in front. We're going to push slightly more south. We expect Yard going to take heavy mortars.
Okay, boys, let's continue moving now.
200.
Yeah, about 200. Get to the railway line and then halt there just before the railway line meets you in the defilade. And then what we'll do is we'll move into the line position. Blue left, me in the middle, red right. And get ready to assault the town.
Are you holding an AK? Is he gonna get friendly fired?
Blue team set.
Okay, Artemis, let's start moving. We'll go about 190 towards the water tower. So you see the water tower? Okay, let's go, boys. In line. If we take significant fire, we'll bound by fire teams. But I can see it. Roger that scene. There's a lot of friendlies ahead of us, so I don't expect us to get in any small arms fight.
Go for Alpha.
Possible mortars fired southeast of our position, 150 meters.
You're talking about landing or firing from?
A landing.
Check your spacing, boys. Those mortars get close to us. We don't want to lose the whole squad in one round.
Copy. EA southeast 159.
Climb. What was that? What was that? Was it a vehicle or mortar?
That's mortar hitting us.
Oh yeah, roger that. Yes, we just had some talk on that on 6-0.
Rats, if we find the HVT's house, I'm gonna load stun grenades.
Roger. Yeah, no HE in the town. Remember, we're trying to capture some HVTs here. So no grenades or any of that crazy shit. We never do that with CQB. Climb.
Sounds like a static southeast.
Eyes ahead.
Don't forget, boys, if we go through a building and we clear it, make sure you mark it with a green dot if it's not already marked.
Copy, going for the barn to the west.
Roger, scrub, I'm behind you, I'm your number 2.
Those shots are landing close north.
Get inside the building.
mortar's exploding nearby.
Yep.
Search the hills for a spotter.
Building clear. Keep pushing, boys.
Roger.
If we are being mortared, don't stay in place for long.
We need to move more quickly, boys. There's a high-ranking officer near us. He'll be a prime target for mortar fire. Climb. Nothing personal, boss.
Yeah, but they don't know I'm here.
We found a head.
Well, that's just SOP.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, boys. You know the score. Keep the squad cohesion, good fire discipline, murderous intent.
We're taking the west side.
Yeah, looks like it.
Copy. So we're big on the south side of that town.
Whatever it is, it's about bearing 150.
It's a static of some sort.
Some kind of flare to the south.
Yeah.
Eyes out 170, there's something moving towards us on the outside of town.
Clearing yellow building. Should we let them clear, Darcy, since there's less of us?
Yeah, copy. We'll let blue team clear, we'll cover.
Here where we got Hades clearing the same buildings. That's a classic blue on blue risk there, so be careful, boys. Be very careful.
Swerve, how you are not dead is beyond.
Yep, mark buildings on map. Green dot. Keep pushing, boys. Keep pushing. Remember, we're looking for HVTs here. We want to capture some of these
Green
buggers.
flare went up southwest.
Take that as a sign. Enemy helo in the sky, direct south, MI8 coming down on us.
Alpha
Copy,
Apollo, a report of an MI8
Roger
sound
that.
approaching. We're engaging.
Oh, it's down.
What helo?
Alpha Apollo,
Is
MI8
that green
is down.
flare near that helo?
No, much closer. Southwest by this cabin.
Alright, blue team moving up that way now.
Japheth, you're it.
Careful, we get some friendlies up there.
I need a medic.
You have like 3 of them.
Okay, Artemis, let's keep pushing. Keep checking these little sheds. Mark them with a green dot. Don't forget, mark them with a green dot. It's really important. Saves a lot of time. Other squads might try and clear them otherwise. Climb. Don't get separated from your squads. Misha, don't push too far ahead. You're miles ahead of all of us. Okay, Misha, you and me can move now.
Artemis, Apollo, Sidra.
Artemis is Artemis is pushing on the right side of the road, clearing buildings, marking them with green dots when we cleared. No HVT so far.
Alpha Apollo, we've flanked on the right side, so to the east, and we're now about the middle of the town, clearing buildings and looking for HVTs.
Great stuff, boys. Very, very good.
Not shoot me.
It's really important to try and stay together because there's a risk that you could go into a room, see one of your buddies and shoot him instinctively.
Guys, heads up, we're getting a little bit split from red team and they've got a little murder warehouse ahead of them. Might just want to stand by for them for a sec.
Roger that. Okay, blue team and me will hold. We'll wait for red team to rejoin us. Blue team, clear the building you're at now and then wait there. Hold there.
There's an enemy truck just on the road to the south. It looks unoccupied, but it might be near where an officer is.
Seen?
So Artemis, direct south of your location at the crossroads, there's 3 enemy vehicles, 2 troop trucks, and 1 jeep.
Seen? We're actually at those vehicles now.
now.
Misha, I see you. Just check those trucks, see if there's any officers around.
The back of it? No.
They appear to be unoccupied. We are searching them for any intel. Searching for intel, boys. Look for intel.
No, nothing in this one, boss.
Someone's been bleeding here.
That would be rats.
Oh yeah, how did I get that little boob on my head, Jaffers?
You got shot?
No, I never get shot, do I?
No, not at all.
Okay, boys, Jaffers is just patching up a little boo-boo on my head.
Eyes on the
I know I'll be with you.
on the south marked with
I'm
question
filling
mark.
the hole in Rats's head.
Thank you, man. That's where all the noise comes out of.
Roger, make sure that all of your guys are on fucking safety. Do not kill, do not kill.
Okay, boys, listen in. We're getting reports that HVTs are being picked up now. Be very careful with your fire discipline. We don't want to kill HVTs if we can capture them. Just keep pushing.
Space, get your guys in all round.
They're Misha, aren't they?
Don't everybody gang up on the building. Get everybody surrounded.
Nothing?